Some people for whom this theme is not exciting, that's okay. There are going to be themes that you find very exciting that other people don't like. So it all is going to balance out, I promise. Almost 50 years, so this is not a brand new thing. We're talking about the older stuff, so who knows? You might surprise yourself with what you know. We asked people, what was the first console you ever owned? We're all over the place here. I love it. Morbid One Mom and Stay at Home Mom Life, and a few others said the Atari 2600, the original. Allergy Baby said Texas Instruments. Are you talking about the TI 99 4 or 4A, one of those home computers that had a bunch of games on it? Ambition 618 said Nintendo. A lot of NES owners out there. Brief Swagger said the GameCube, a little bit more specific Nintendo. Arlees44 said Sega, which could mean the Sega Master System. It could mean the Genesis. Could mean Sega CD. Could mean a number of things. But whatever it is, I hope you enjoyed it. Boop Snoot Art, my favorite username maybe ever, had the Game Boy. That was their first console. Julian Emch loved ColecoVision and had a ColecoVision. I thought that was the coolest, the absolute coolest console when it came out. Don Rose 18 had the original PlayStation. I did too. Great system. Rancher 218 said, does Pong count? Of course it does. That was like the original, as was the Odyssey, which still Deborah Lynn had. Seth P. Miller 82 said N64. That is one of the most popular gaming consoles of all time. Monica 7 Smith with the Dreamcast. I have that. Mine is still sitting in the box. I haven't hooked it up yet. I just got it back from a friend of mine. Billy O'Valley said the Intellivision, and Abby Ka said PlayStation 2. But it's time to power up, get your thumbs limber, and keep your hand-eye coordination sharp as you play this classic video game consoles edition of Daily Trivia Live, the mobile game show where you win money from the comfort of your phone. You and your brain will be in co-op mode as you compete for today's grand prize. That is $1,000, my friends, and everyone who can correctly answer these 10 multiple-choice trivia questions about classic video game consoles will split it. In this game, you'll earn 1 bonus SB for every question you get right after question number 1, even if you've already been eliminated. So you stick around. If you win the game today, you get your share of the grand prize, and all the bonus SB that you've earned get added on top of it automatically. Otherwise, if you do not win the game, you will have to claim your bonus SB at the end of the game in order to keep them, so don't leave early. I say it every time. Now you know why. Simple as clicking a button that appears once the game has ended. Stick around for that, please. The first time you get a question wrong, as long as it's before question number 10, you can rejoin to get another shot at the grand prize. 2 ways of doing that. One is using SB. The other is with a free rejoin. If you don't have any of those, or if you want some more, and who doesn't, click the plus sign in the top left-hand corner of the main menu anytime a game's not happening and get free rejoins by watching videos. Finally, each game, we give away 5 100 SB prizes to 5 players who win and claim, another reason to stick around, at least 1 SB in the game. You just have to get 1 of 9 questions, 2 through 10, correct, and then claim it at the end, and then you're entered into a drawing to win 100 SB. Look at these people who won yesterday. They've already been credited, so they're all 100 SB richer. This could be you, okay? Could be any one of you. That's why you keep playing and claiming, all right? So always stick around until the end. It's worth it, and these games move fast. In fact, let's hit the reset button on the comments so we can get them out of here and get the game started. Here is question number 1. The NES came with a cartridge combining which 2 games? Is it Super Mario Brothers and Duck Hunt, Metroid and Ice Hockey, or Pro Wrestling and Ice Climbers? Today's fun fact on Twitter, mention one of these games. Sold as an entertainment system because video game consoles weren't selling at the time. You got your entertainment in the form of a cartridge containing Super Mario Brothers and Duck Hunt. That's the answer. 94% of you getting that one right off the bat. Almost 15,000 of you. Well done. Metroid and Ice Hockey, both fantastic games, were not combined. Neither was Pro Wrestling and Ice Climbers. Again, great games. I have almost all of these. Ice Climbers is the one that I don't have. They're sitting in a drawer behind me right now. I have to replace a part in the NES. It's a whole thing. Anyway, I was giving people time to rejoin, and we're now up to almost 16,000 people in grand prize contention. And every question, Any of you gets right from here on out gets you 1 bonus SB. So here we go right now with question number 2. Which of the following characters was originally a Sega exclusive? Is it Sonic the Hedgehog, Donkey Kong, or Kid Icarus? Which of those is a Sega exclusive? Overseas, the Sega Master System was so advanced that it lasted well into the 90s, meaning that Sonic the Hedgehog got an 8-bit debut in some markets. That's right, Sonic the Hedgehog is the answer. Everybody's favorite speed demon. 82% of you getting that one right. Donkey Kong, a very early Nintendo character, debuted in the arcade before he was ever on a home system. 12% of you guessed that. Kid Icarus, also a Nintendo Entertainment Center exclusive. In fact, another great game if you ever have a chance to play it. That's what I'm just saying. Let's move on to question number 3 now, worth 1 bonus SB if you get it right. Which of the following classic video game consoles is the fake? Is it Intellivision, ColecoVision, or Peripheral Vision? One of those is not an actual video game system that ever existed. Intellivision, ColecoVision, or Peripheral Vision. Before Atari cratered the market, it had plenty of competition from companies like Coleco's ColecoVision and Mattel's Intellivision. Peripheral Vision is something that we all could use, but it is not an actual video game system. That is the answer I was looking for. 85% of you getting that one right. Well done. If you were here for the early part, you would have heard me talking about both ColecoVision and Intellivision. Just a reason, if you have the time to come hang out early when we're talking. I will drop hints at any point if you hear my voice. I'm just saying. Let's move on to question number 4 now, worth 1 bonus SB if you get it right. For years, it was rumored that there was a landfill loaded with copies of what failed Atari game? Is it Space Paranoids, E.T., or Alien? Great documentary about this. If you have not seen it, check it out after the game. In this case, the rumor turned out to be true. There is a landfill in Alamogordo, New Mexico that Atari used to bury over 700,000 copies of the terrible E.T. video game. I had it as a kid. We returned it. I own it now again. I sold my original Atari 2600. I went out and got it on eBay. It was cheap. 55% of you knew E.T. is the answer. Maybe one of the best examples of early video game failure. Of the 45% of you that did not get that one correct, you were of course able to phone home and rejoin the game. And it looks like about 2/3 of the people eliminated did just that. Still almost 12,000 people in grand prize contention. We're on to our halfway point already. Worth 1 bonus SB. Here is question number 5. What company created inexpensive handheld LCD versions of Castlevania, Mortal Kombat, and Crash Bandicoot? Is it Tiger Electronics, Lion Electronics, or Bear Electronics? Oh my. Is it Tiger, Lion, or Bears? Back in 1985, long before the Nintendo Switch and a few years before the Game Boy, an American company called Tiger Electronics manufactured and sold cheaper LCD versions of your favorite games. 78% of you getting that one right. We got some Tiger gamers out there. I know I had a couple of myself. This is for you kids out there, those of you who have kids, you can tell them how tough it was growing up when we played on those LCD games. They don't even understand the suffering, the video game suffering that happened. Of the 22% of you who suffered a defeat in that question, though, we got almost half of you back in, and we are now past the halfway point into question number 6, worth 1 bonus SB if you get it right. Here it is. What company's commercials for their game consoles ended with someone screaming the company's name? Was it Sega, Telstar, or Fairchild? I even gave you a reading. See if that juggles your memory, jogs it. Is there anything more 90s than a punk-like shout-out of your brand name to top off another "This ain't your parents' video game system" commercial? Sega certainly didn't think so. That's right. Sega is the answer. 98% of you getting that one right. Well done. Of course, we had the famous guy hitting himself with the dead squirrel in the head so he could see color in his Game Boy, and then he gets the Game Gear, and it's all in color. Everybody, that one's made it the rounds on Instagram. Anyway, let's move on to question number 7 now, worth 1 bonus SB if you get it right. What was the first 16-bit console? Is it the TurboGrafx 16, the Sega Genesis, or the Intellivision? First 16-bit console. The answer might surprise you. Sometimes, instead of being too late, you're too early. It wasn't until 1990 or so that 16-bit gaming dominated the market, but one early console was actually designed as a 16-bit machine. The Intellivision was the first 16-bit console. This is 100% true. We just never got to see what it could really do. We were too busy trying to mess with those number pads and dials. 21% of you got that one right. That is a really difficult question, so I'm very impressed that you got it. That does mean 79% of you have the opportunity to rejoin. A little over half of you seem to be doing that. We'll give you a second because I still see a bunch of people coming back in. And we're ready to move on now into question number 8, worth 1 bonus SB. If you get it right, here it is. What unique design feature did the Atari 2600 have? Is it wood grain paneling, rubber switches, or a pink bow? Picture this. It's going to pop out. Definitely places it at a certain moment. Graphics and gameplay were definitely revolutionary at the time, but consultant Gene Landrum didn't want them to seem alien in the living room, suggesting wood grain panels to give it that living room aesthetic. Wood grain paneling is the answer. 84% of you getting that one right. Well done. See how many of the 16% of you have to rejoin. Pretty much all of you going with rubber switches. They actually had stainless steel switches. On that Atari. That wood paneling was supposed to make it look like it was a normal part of your living room, maybe sell a few more of them. Hey, it worked at the time. Let's move on to question number 9, worth 1 bonus SB if you get it right. What year did Nintendo debut the Game Boy? Is it 1982, 1985, or 1989? First true revolution in handheld gaming, courtesy of our pals at Nintendo. What year? For the outrageous price of $89.99, you could be playing with portable power. The Nintendo Game Boy was the must-have toy during the 1989 holiday season. Came out in December of '89. We got 3,758 people who knew that answer and are ready for our final question. But before we get to that final question, you know, it's that time of year when school is going back into session, so brush up on some essential knowledge questions from past games in our back-to-school game. And this is going to be a big one. It's tomorrow at 5 p.m. Pacific Time, 8 p.m. Eastern Time, with a huge $2,500 grand prize that is courtesy of our friends at Clorox. You see it right there on the screen. They're a great partner for us. We're so happy to have them putting their name on this game, and it is going to be a fun one that you will not want to miss. Also, quick reminder that there are 2 ways to get SB from Swagbucks Daily Trivia outside of our live games. One is through the Daily Trivia Challenge. That is the quick, hostless version of our game that you can play on your schedule up to twice per day, every single day. Second is by clicking the More Ways to Earn button wherever you find it in the app. Now, both of these ways get you SB towards your daily goal. When you click that More Ways to Earn, not only do you find a way to get SB by playing games on your phone, which obviously you enjoy doing, but that is how you get to the Tapjoy wall, the secret crown jewel of the Swagbucks Daily Trivia app. You can go there every single day. You can find easy to complete quick offers. It'll help you check Daily Discover off of your to-do list and also help contribute to anything like the team challenge that's happening right now or when there are Swaggo boards. So there's always a benefit there. You have a good time doing it, and the SB will rack up for you over time if you make it a habit every single day. We talk about winning habits here. You know I do. And this is my number 1 tip for you. I've worked for this company for a long time, and I'm telling you, this is something you should have as part of your Swagbucks strategy. After the game, it's going to pop up on the screen. You'll click. It'll take you away, ask if you want to come back in. You say yes. That is normal. It will put you back in the app, and then you'll be ready to go with Tapjoy. All right. Here we go. We got 3,970 people vying for a piece of our $1,000 grand prize. Over 16,100 of you stuck around till the end. And there is one more bonus SB up for grabs if you can correctly answer our final question. Here is question number 10. In Super Mario Brothers, what message would you get each time you defeated a fake Bowser? Is it thank you, Mario, but our princess is in another castle? Uh-oh, more to go. Or you really messed up this time. What would they say? You spend all that time avoiding Goombas and man-eating plants and fireballs. You make it to Bowser and defeat him, or so you think, until Toadstool shows up and says, "Thank you, Mario, but our princess is in another castle." Gee, thanks, Toadstool. 3,507 of you knew that answer, and you are splitting our grand prize today. Well done to you. Let's meet a few of these grand prize winners. Each of you taking home 29 SB plus the bonus SB you earned along the way. The fairest of thee, you are a winner. Brittany A, you are a winner. We got Logger Stats. Congratulations, you are a winner. Revenge Plan. There's no need for revenge. You are a winner. Banana Tucker. Banana. And Nom 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 Guy. I hope you enjoyed a snack while you won that one. Congratulations to you. And to all of you who claimed your bonus SB. You know what to do with the SB in your account, right? Of course, redeem them for PayPal cash or gift cards to Amazon, Starbucks, Target, and hundreds of other places. You've done a great job so far this week. Come back tomorrow for that big money back to school game. Thank you for playing Daily Trivia Live, and we will see you then, my friends.